Did you know that for this movie, the biker gang, the Vandals, that inspired this film still exists today and is a rival to the Hells Angels? So this movie was surprisingly good. I was pretty excited to see it just because Tom Hardy and Austin Butler were in it. I didn't know that this movie would also be based on a real-life motorcycle gang from Chicago. And I'm from the Midwest, I'm from Wisconsin. You know, it was cool to just get immersed in this biker gang culture. And I have three things that I really liked about this movie. And the last thing is definitely my favorite. First thing I liked about this movie was it was really good pacing and really good storytelling. I was caught off guard by how this movie was structured. It really felt kind of like a documentary in a way. We had Jodie Comer's character, Kathy, was telling us all about the biker gang, all about how she met Austin Butler's character, Benny, just like the start of the gang and then how it ended. And you know, we started in the early 60s and we went to the early 70s. A very different feel, a very different atmosphere, but I liked how this movie was approached. You know, definitely having a character like Kathy tell the story is what made this movie very special, very unique, and very good. Second reason I love this movie, and the strongest part of this movie, was the performances. We had a pretty stacked cast in this movie. I want to start with Jodie Comer's portrayal of Kathy. She actually reminded me a lot of an up north Wisconsinite, maybe Minnesotan. She had that almost a Canadian style accent, like when you hear upper Wisconsinites speak, they have that kind of like Charlie Barron's. She reminded me a lot of Charlie Barron's and how he speaks, and she did a great job of it. It was just, she dove into her character and she was really funny too. She had that Midwestern sarcasm, Midwestern humor, and just the whole overall demeanor of someone from the Midwest, and really nailed the role. I mean, Austin Butler, dude has range. He is a very versatile actor, and one thing I noticed about his character is he did not have a lot of speaking lines in this movie, not a whole lot of dialogue with Benny. Austin Butler's character relied on his charm for the whole movie. You know, the charm and the charisma of his character is what made his character so likable, so attractive, so appealing. You know, good looking ladies guy, he leaned into that. He didn't even have to do much. He was just a laid back, easygoing guy, but he also had a short temper. It was a really great example of a rebel, like the classic 60s rebel. I'm not sure if this movie will get any nominations of any kind, but I wanted to say I think all three actors in this movie, Tom Hardy, Jodie Comer, and Austin Butler, should all get at least a nomination for their acting portrayals. And last but not least, Tom Hardy. Incredibly versatile, but his character is interesting. I try to figure out the best way to put his character. He was a relaxed, chill dude, but at the same time, he was incredibly ruthless. He kind of had I guess you could say he's kind of a wolf in sheep's clothing. You look at him, you see he's a leader. You know, he cares about his gang, you know, he cares about all the members, he cares about his family. But at the same time, you mess with one of his family members, he will go scorched earth. And just how he delivers his lines, he had in an interview, Tom Hardy kind of said that he was kind of mimicking Bugs Bunny's voice, which I could hear it at times. He's got that very feeble sounding voice, but that's what the trick is. He may sound feeble, but his actions were loud, and he just did a phenomenal job. He just crushed the role. Definitely deserves an award for his portrayal as Johnny in this movie. And my last reason, I'm not really sure if I have really a favorite scene. There are some good moments. I'd say a good moment in the movie that I really enjoyed was near the end of the movie, where you got some really great character arcs going on between Kathy and Benny, and you got to see kind of there's foreshadowing of certain character traits and certain things that would make a person cry, and then at the very end you see Austin Butler's character cry, and you know, I harken back to Kathy's character saying it takes a lot for a real man to cry. Then you see Austin crying at the end of the movie for a really sad reason. Just really, really strong storytelling, strong acting, just perfect, coming full circle, just wrapping this movie up really, really well. So I highly recommend, if you love biker movies, you're gonna love this movie. So go see the Bikeriders as soon as you possibly can. So for the Bikeriders, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 Mudflaps. Remember, leave me a thumbs up and down in the comments below. What's your favorite biker movie? See you next time.